Hi everybody, it's Paula from Fancy Like That Wreath. I have already taken a grapevine, it's 13 inches, and cleaned it up. Boy, was it a mess. I had plastic on this and it's still shedding stuff, but I mean, that's the name of the game for a grapevine. But I'm attempting to kind of sparkle this up a bit today. Maybe something for Christmas. I'm going to use gold, in particular these gold leaves, and they're all kind of sparkling or glittering. I think I'm just going to start basically with putting them around the edge. I'm going to have to cut it off though because it's pretty thick. Cut them off before I put them in, may even have to glue them a little bit. But anyway, I hope everyone had a good day today. I'm just gonna see what I can make of this grapevine. So glad that you guys are watching, or hopefully. Okay, we're gonna, oh, these are thick, like I said. I'm gonna have to bend them back and forth. Yeah. There's been a few things that have been too thick for my wire cutters, and I really love these wire cutters. They're DeWalt, and they're easy to handle for a small hand. Okay, this is gonna be tough. I might have to go off screen until I can figure out how I'm gonna get these apart, or at least cut shorter. There's one. Woo! I'm gonna shoot you in the eye. So maybe it'd be easier to go like that. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's try that. Okay, not quite sure how that's gonna work because it is kind of short with it like that, but I really like those. So I'm going to put a few in and see how it looks first. They're really stiff. They're not something that you can move too much. Well, maybe so. So I'll definitely glue those in, but I'm thinking maybe I should go outer. What do you guys think? Not that you can answer me, but actually, I'm thinking maybe outer and then inner, so that it covers it real well, depending on how much I want to, how many other things I want to put in here, which I'm not even sure. Let's see. Gonna fall apart for me? Better not. Okay. Maybe just, I don't mind them standing up like that. Gives it some depth. But anyway, what I think I'm gonna do is, I might even glue them, but I'm gonna go all the way around, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like, and or whether I keep it that way, because I don't know. First time I've used these, and it's been a while since I did a grapevine, but I thought, oh, I'll do a grapevine that's Christmassy. I've been doing a lot of mesh lately, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I will be back. Okay, I wanted to come back, even though I'm not finished with all of it. I did the kind of outer layer, and now I'm starting on the inner layer, and I'm kind of going in the center of where those two are, if I can get through. Sometimes when you have a grapevine, it's just the way it's built, you might not be able to get anything in that particular area, but I'm attempting to do that. So I just wanted to do a couple of these so you can see what I'm doing, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Let's see. So I'll try to get in between these two a little bit. Just give it a little a little more substance there. And actually, the hardest thing to do was actually taking these apart. The middle stem is the most difficult because it's got all the paper down the end of it. But let me tell you, that took more time than doing this. So anyway, and then I had to wire cut them because they were long wires within the stem there. So yes, I had to, took a little more time to do that than anything else. So, okay. Great. I'm sitting here watching a video as I usually do while I'm, somebody's making a garland, so I kind of like to watch and see how they do it, how they do things. So, anyway, I'll turn that off while we're, or at least pause it while I'm doing this so that you don't hear that as the background. I've already got the TVs on in the living room, so you may be able to hear that. I apologize for that. It's the news. I watch a lot of news, or listen to a lot of news, I guess I should say, because I'm not usually just sitting watching, but I do listen to a lot of news. So, okay, see there's one little stem that's kind of in the way, so I just move it a little bit so I can get it in there. Okay, and it's making it a little bit fuller. This is a pretty small wreath, being 13 inches, the Grapevine, but I thought with these, I thought, well, I'll just try a smaller wreath and see if that looks good. It sort of looks like a crown, doesn't it? Like a, I don't know, Greek mythology kind of thing, but I like it. I love gold. So anyway, I'm gonna have to trim some more of these off, which are so fun. Watch this. That's what it does, and then you have to cut the wire off. So I got these from Hobby Lobby, 50% off. They're beautiful, a lot of glitter. When I finish, I'll be taking a shower just to get it off because it's itchy. Today I also, God, I had a busy day today. Had to return some packages from Amazon, and then I had to go up to the pharmacy because I wanted to, just put her nose over there, I wanted to get my flu shot because I'm a little bit behind. Flu shot and my COVID, the second booster, because I have some underlying conditions that I don't want to take any chances with getting it. But I found out, I found it out today. I knew my sister Vicky, who is the partner on this venture, this journey that we're doing with the Wreath shop and everything. She is sick and took a COVID test today and has COVID for the second time. It looks like it's a little more mild than the last one. The first one, whoo, it was pretty tough, but she works. That's why I'm doing most of the videos right now. She works as a, she takes care of an elderly woman that she just absolutely loves. And so she's there for 4 days minimum, probably this past week she's been there for like 10 days straight because the person that hired her had COVID. So you know where she got the COVID. So unfortunately, she was also pretty darn sick. But anyway, that has a little mark on it, so I may not use that one unless I have to. So anyway, just a little bit about what's going on with me. I better put that over the trash can, otherwise it goes everywhere. So I will do the rest of these. off camera so you don't have to just sit and see the same thing over and over and over. Then I'll come back once I filled the second row and I'll decide what I'm going to do from there. Okay, I finished leaves, the gold leaves. I did fill in some areas. Looks like I've got one that's kind of running amok. I did fill it up with some more leaves in areas that I felt were kind of empty. Let's see. Well, that's not going to go there. I don't really want it there. Okay, let's see. Like that. We'll do it. Okay, every single piece of the grapevine is not going to be covered. Doesn't matter if it shows. I prefer most of it to be covered up, but that's what it looks like right now. I think it needs a little bit of pop of color or something, so I pulled out some berries, cut a few off, and I think that I might just make it a little more traditional, put some red berries in it, and that'll give it a little more color. And then I'm going to make a bow. I think I'll put probably a combination of red and gold, a bow ribbon type thing, just to kind of finish it off. I'm just pushing these down. If I need more, I will, but you can probably do it with a lot less if you like it kind of sparse looking, so it's certainly up to you. But I'm going to stand for this because I kind of have to see to kind of center everything and make sure that I'm not heavy on one particular area over another. So these are really fragile. It's almost styrofoam looking, but let's see, maybe I should try where I'm going to put it. Maybe something like that. Let's see, I cut about 6 pieces off of what I have. It's got a little bit of kind of frosty look on a little frost or snow or whatever. So let's see. Oh no. Okay. 2, 3. Let's see. Kind of like to place it sometimes when they're little things, just to make sure it's going to look halfway decent, or I don't know, I shouldn't say halfway decent, but is it going to go? And I want to balance it out too. It's a little long, but we'll see if we can get it in there. Let's see. That's a little close to the other one. Well, that's the purpose. Whoops. That's why you glue them. That's a little big. I might cut this one. Cut this one off a little bit. Hate to do that, but and then maybe it'll fit in there a little bit better. I don't want the whole thing to show, but a little bit of it would be nice. A little peak of red. Let's see. Okay, one more maybe. Let's see. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay, now if I can get them glued in. So, because we're going to be gluing glitter, so. Okay, let's see how we can do this. probably hold it a little bit until it takes. See how easily they fall off? So once you get them in there, you don't want to mess with them. Just want to leave them where they're at. Okay. Let's see if that stays. Okay. And once you glue them, if they're glued in there pretty good, that's it. It's over with. So, rather they were there permanently, because you know sometimes the glue, especially if you live in a hot area and you have it out, really shouldn't have it out in the sun too much anyway, but it can melt the glue and they can come out, so gotta be careful with that. Okay, here we go. I'm standing up, like I said, so I can kind of see a little bit better. Sitting down is a little difficult when you're trying to make sure everything's centered. And okay, I'm gonna hold that for a minute. Okay, here we go. Okay, another one. Okay, I'm gonna finish the last few and then kind of look over my ribbons that I have that might go with this, and then I'll come back and we'll make a bow. Okay, I got the berries in, and I think it looks pretty cute. I'm gonna try to make a bow here. Not quite sure where I'm gonna put it, whether it's going to be in the top, bottom, middle, haven't decided, or on the side, I don't know. But I found some really pretty ribbon that has ornaments on it with stars on the ornaments, and these right here with gold, so it's gold and red. And then and this one is let's see, this is 2.5 inch ribbon. This one is 1.5, it's a gold. And then I saw this one that has a little bit of cream in it, but I like the gold dots in it, and it's also 1.5 inches. If anybody wanted to know how many of these, I guess, leaf bushes that I put in here, I used leaves off of 12 of them. But I'm sure that depending on the size of your grapevine or your whichever type of wreath you want, and whether you like it full or sparse or thin, up to you. But I'm gonna make a little bow here, see how that goes as far as whether it'll go with this. I've made bows before and then not used them in the wreath, so who knows? It all depends on how it looks. I'm using what is called it's called a bow dabra. A lot of the time I just make them by cutting certain inches amounts and just zip tying them together. Matter of fact, I should have at least a zip tie here. But here I think this helps hold it mostly. It doesn't really make the bow, it just holds the bow. So this is going to be a tail, so it's not a huge wreath, so it doesn't have to be a super long tail. So anyway, then make the loop, and let's see, from about approximately, I don't know, maybe we'll make about a 5-inch loop, about thereabout. I rarely, except when I'm using tails for ribbons in a wreath that are cut. I'm not perfect. I don't make it perfect. I just kind of approximate and go, oh yeah, that's about that. You know, it doesn't. I don't think it needs to be perfect. Let's see. And since they're ornaments, I guess I don't really need to worry about whether it's up or down. If it was a pattern, say Santa Claus's, you'd want them to face the same, but that would mean you couldn't twist the ribbon to pretty much get the right sides up. So anyway, how many? Let's see. It's not going to be a huge bow. Maybe I'll do 2 on each side here on this size, and then that's pretty even. And you have to turn it over. I don't know if you can see that, but this is the top. So in order for it to be facing the right way when you put the top loop over it, you have to twist it to get it that way. Okay. Not perfect, but pretty close. Okay, tails. I'm just doing 2 loops this particular ribbon, 2 loops on each side, and it just approximate. And I'll dovetail it so that it has a nice clean edge to it. Some people, you know, call it a V. In the wreath world, in the ribbon world, it's called a dovetail. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. You'll notice I don't have any wire under here. I have another bow maker that you put the wire on, and then you know, but this one you just kind of leave it like that, and then afterwards you can put it on. Let's see, I think I'll do the solid. I don't want those. Okay. And since it's gonna be face up, let's put it about a little above the V. The V, you heard me. The dovetail on the first one. And I will make it a little smaller, so like that. Sometimes I have to take the yarn or the ribbon off the roll because I hate it, you know, because it gets twisted up if you use too much of it at one time. Okay, and I think I'll do 2 loops of this size, or this color and size. 2 loops. You notice I'm twisting it. You want the bottom in the middle of the loop, and then you want the shinier side on the upper part. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. And dovetail it, otherwise I'll forget if I don't do it right now. your 2 layers. Sometimes I'll stop here and then do the last one separate and then put them all together, so that it's not quite as thick when you're fluffing it before you, when you're tying it together, it won't be so thick. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and put them all together. Okay, so same kind of concept. I'm gonna go right before the dovetail begins, and then twist. See the inside, and then when you go over, you get the pretty side for the loop. And just a smidge smaller. And then twist over here because you're making another loop. And it's going to be a little bit smaller. Okay. And then twist. Okay, and then the tail. Okay, and then I'm going to use I could use a zip tie. It's pretty thick. I don't know if a zip tie will work. I might have to first use a, let's see if I've got something that won't show too much. As far as a Chanel or pipe cleaner, let's just use a white one for now, because I might just get rid of that once I get it all together. So what I do is I lift it all up, put it in the center there. If it'll go through, sometimes it wants to crinkle up. Bring it all up. You see how thick it is? Sometimes that is hard to kind of fluff out. What I'm gonna do is bring the pipe cleaner to the back. I'm gonna twist. I should use my right hand, considering it's a little stronger, considering it's my dominant. Just twist it to keep it together for the moment, and then if you want to use a zip tie, which will probably be more secure, just depends on how you want it. So now you just kind of play with the tails and the loops. Oh, forgot to do the dovetail on that. See, like I said, if I don't do it, so we'll do that real quick here. I really like this. This is the first time I've used this, but this ribbon, the gold polka dots. I love it. It's pretty. I like gold and silver, and I like them together. Actually, my house furniture has a lot of gold and silver, along with the blue as the major color. Light blue, very light blue. But anyway, so if you do this, it kind of makes them curved and softer. But we'll be messing with it a couple of times because I'm probably gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna put a zip tie or not, but anyway, I'll fluff that after I do this. just feel the zip tie gives it a little tighter squeeze there so that they stay better. I bring it to the back, tight, and then where did I put my wire cutters? And cut that off. Okay, and I can use the pipe cleaner actually to put it on if I choose to do that. Okay, I just want to see if I'm going to like it with this particular wreath. But you gotta kind of fluff out the loops. I start at the back bow, bottom bow. Hopefully as I do this more often, I will get better at bows. Takes a bit, but you just mess with it. And sometimes when you get it on the wreath, you gotta do it again because maybe you've turned it over to do the hanger or anything else that flattens it out or moves the bow loops. It's pretty. And usually if I use anything that's going to show in the middle there, I will decide on one of the ribbons and cut and put one in the middle just to hide and it makes it a little more, finished. Okay, getting there. And then when I do this, I'm gonna have to redo it again. It's just how it goes. Oh no, with the middle one doing this, I may not even have to put anything in the middle. No. I want to say, what do you think again? But I know you guys can't respond because this is a video. So let's just get an idea of how this would look. Okay, at the bottom or at the top. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, looks pretty at the top. I mean, I think at the top. I think I like it at the top more. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed these pipe cleaners in the back into the middle, but I think I should put something over the middle before I do that. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's see what color. The plain gold, perhaps, because the 2.5 inch would just be too wide, even though I'm going to fold the small one up also. Hopefully I got that long enough. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. See See if I got it long enough. No, I did not. Oops. It's a little wider than the norm. There we go. That's a little better. See? Mistakes. But I guess that's how I learn. How you guys learn if I make mistakes and you see them. Okay. Alrighty. Be careful. I tend to burn my fingers a lot. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll use this instead. Yeah, you can really feel that, the heat from that glue, let me tell you. But it does cool fast. But you gotta do it when it's hot, or it won't stick. So, boy, I'll tell you, that glue gets all over my nails, and let me tell you, my nails have taken a beating. I guess it's a good thing I get them done every 2 weeks, because it does mess them up. Let's see. Not that that matters, because I'll probably be cutting some off. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think that was a good choice. Now I just have to get it. Let's see. I gotta make sure that the pipe cleaner's on each side so that I can use it to tie onto the grapevine to get it through. And of course the glue's running out. Okay. This is a beat. I ordered a cordless one from Amazon. Wasn't kind of a big name brand, so guess what I did? Returned it today. That was one of my errands that I did. So, if anybody knows of any good brand for cordless, because I really hate the cord hanging and then getting in the way sometimes. It's very irritating. So anyway, if you do, send me an email at fancylikeThatWreath@gmail.com, or you can go to my Etsy shop and leave me a message. That'd be great. If you have a brand that you use. Okay. Now, so then you have to start all over with the fluffing. Well, not completely over, but okay. Then I'm gonna have to cut some of this off. Oh, maybe not. It's on. a second to set up. As you can see, glue, glue, glue. But what would we do without it? I don't know. Okay. Should be set up pretty good. Okay. Again, a little fluffing. And when we even get it on, it'll be same old, but even if I were, let's say somebody purchased this and I mailed it, the likelihood would be that you'd need to fluff up the bow. That'd probably be the main thing. Other than that, it would be ready to hang. And I would have a tendency to use that as decoration for my house, instead of even on the door. It is smaller than, you know, so I think it's probably maybe 14 or 15 now with the leaves sticking out on the sides and the top and bottom. So I still think it would be better for decorations in the house, on a wall or on a door in the house. But everybody has their own preference. Okay. Just that little tiny bit of red, I think, really makes a difference. Especially with, you know, a wreath that's got so much gold on it. Okay, now if I can get this through, I'm gonna try to put it in between these two right here. So we will see how that goes. Have to stand. And hopefully these pipe cleaners are long enough, otherwise I will be using a floral wire. So, and that's probably easier to get through because thinner. But let's see where we want to put. Okay, it's new. I think I might have to use floral wire because it wants to bend too much, and it's pretty solid up there. So, well, I can take the Chanel out, which is a pipe cleaner. Let me try one more time. I mean, you could actually wrap it around, but I don't want to risk it showing. Although this one up here, if I want it high, that might work. I'm talking to myself. Yeah. Let's see. I hate to have to start with floral because then I gotta take stuff off, put stuff on. But when you're working with mesh, it's easier to get things through. See how that crinkles up? But who knows? I just heard about it's called a weaving needle that helps poke things through. So I'm going to look into that. One of the other crafters on here was mentioning it tonight, and I go, and that's why I watch videos, so I can find out these cool things that help this job make it easier. It is just so thick. See how thick that is? Well, I'm gonna have to get some floral wire. I do have some, but I gotta get it out of here real quick. So anyway, what I will do is finish up the video as soon as I get the floral, but I really do like the bow. It's simple, but elegant at the same time. So hopefully you guys learned something from this, and you like the wreath, but I'll also show you a good photo of the wreath. I want to wait till the sun is out. It rained today actually here in California, and get a better picture, because you know you need sun for a really good bright picture. So anyway, I'll either mess with this a little more, or I will get my floral wire out and see if that will help me get that through there, because those are pretty stiff. And then we've got the grapevine, but I do love the colors. But anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate anybody that follows or watches me. Give me a like, and visit my shop. I shouldn't say my, it's Vicki and I's. Vicki's just been so busy, she hasn't been able to do videos yet. But I'll see you next time. I have another Christmas wreath that I'm planning on making, so thank you so much. Okay, I wanted to come back on because I was right. I did have to remove the pipe cleaner, and I used white floral wire so you could see it here, and then I just wrapped it around one of the branches of the grapevine. One thing I wouldn't do again, or I would actually, what I would do instead of is right where I was gonna put where I put the bowl, I wouldn't put as many of the leaves, maybe even kind of leave it kind of bare. Save you some money, and I think it would be easier. But boy, the wire was just so easy putting it on. I was gonna take it back off so you could see me do it, but all I did was wrap it in the back of the bow and just fed it right through two sides and twisted it, and that was it. But I really like this. Gosh, I don't know, I might keep it for my house because I really love the colors. But if you liked this, let me know. I'm gonna probably put it on TikTok and maybe some other social medias, but I'm also gonna put a zip tie back here. All you need is about in the center, let's see, and you can just hang it from here. Some people can hang it right with the actual wreath, but I prefer to have something just in case. So just zip tie it, or you can put you can also use a pipe cleaner, whatever you prefer. Woo. So there you go, and I'll get a good picture and add that to the end of the video once I kind of refluff the bows and stuff. But I think it's simple but elegant. I hope you liked it. Thank you.